Hey, it's Shel Anderson from Shel's Creative Corner and Shel Anderson Designs. I'm your independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Today we are here for our mystery case number 1. I put out this on Friday, October the 9th. And over the weekend, you were to get ready a supply list of 1 stamp set with small to medium-sized images, 1 stamp set with coordinating greetings, some layering punches or dies, memento black ink, some ink pads in coordinating colors, some stamping blends or watercolor pencils, adhesives, ribbons, scissors. And I gave you the cutting dimensions for the different papers. So today we are going to do this mystery case, and I am going to do 1 set of 3 cards with you today, and I'm going to show you another set of 3 cards at the end that I've already done. I have chosen the Pampered Pets stamp set. This is a combination set that has images and greetings. That's why I chose it. And it also happens to have some coordinating papers. All the papers are double-sided. Today for this set, I'm only going to use this side here. And I've chosen 3 black card bases, and I've already gone ahead and put the card liners on the inside just for the sake of time. So our first card we are going to do in a landscape. I think I'll need this one. And it called for another piece of DSP, but I switched out that DSP for a piece of red. And I'm also going to put in just a little wee strip of the Granny Apple Green just to give it a little pop of color. So we're going to get those pieces glued down. Just try to match your margins as best you can. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, matching my margins, because I want it to look the same all the way around. And then this is just going to go over the top and cover the edges of both. Oop. Helps if I put it on straight so I cover the edges. There we go. That's card base number 1. Card base number 2, we are simply going to, put this one on direct on the paper. You could mat this out if you wanted. For this one, I'm just going to keep it really simple and just center that on my card front. So there is our second base, and we'll bring in our third, but for this one I'm going to mat it out, and I have a piece of real red. So that piece of cardstock is 3 by 5.5. So I'm going to try 3.5 by 5.5. See what that looks like. And if we need to cut it down a bit, we can, but I'd like to have a nice margin on either side. All right, so there we have it. And I'm going to glue this on here first, and then trim off any uneven edges at the bottom before I put it on my card front. So we're just trying to match the sides as best we can, like so. And if you can see here down at the bottom, we have just a little bit. We're going to trim that off. And I'm just going to measure that up on my card front, and it is bang on. Okay. So now this one is going to go right down the center of this card. Okay, so there's our 3 card bases. Now for the fun stuff. Now we are going to do some stamping, and I think we need to have a dog, and we should probably have a cat as well. Now, I'm wondering if that guy is going to fit. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to punch a circle here. This is my 2 1/4 inch circle punch. I want to see if he's going to fit in there. Not very well, but this little lovely will. So I'm going to have to go up to my 2 1/2 inch circle punch. And see if he fits in there. Better. Okay. So the third one we will do. What are my greetings here? I think we'll use this other cat. And I'm not going to have enough there. Let me see what I've got for scrap. That's not big enough. I always check my scrap bin first. And we'll go down to this size. There we go. And how about a little cat and a mouse? All right, so that is what I've decided to stamp. Get them all up here on my Stamparatus. And get a magnet on them. Okay, I'm going to try stamping all of these guys at once. And we'll give them all another inking. I like my images nice and black when I'm coloring. There we go. Oops, my magnets are snapping together. don't want that. So I'm just going, oops, I better clean those off. Give these a quick clean right now. We'll give them a good scrubbing after the video is done. There we go. Set that out of the way. And we'll bring these images in and we're just going to give these a color. And I'm just going to bring in a piece of scrap here. This is dark smoky slate. I think we'll do our schnauzer a little bit with this dark slate. And then we're going to bring in the light slate to fill them in and blend them out a little. Now I could have colored these all off camera, but I thought it's a long weekend. You can watch me color these little images. Won't take me long because I'm not doing any fussing or anything. I'm just simply filling them in. I don't know about you folks, but this weekend seems like a really weird holiday weekend. With all this COVID craziness. Alright, I'm going to do his little nose in the dark slate. And we should have a real red dark. Oops, that's cherry. Let's try real red for his collar. Ooh, this one's almost done. Okay. So we'll do a little light smoky slate mouse. Maybe we'll bring in some granites for this kitty cat. Well, that's pretty dark. Let's start with the light gray granite. Yeah, that's better. Sleepy kitty all curled up watching the mouse, preparing to pounce. Alright. Speaking of mouse, I have to go buy a new mouse for my computer. It died on me. Alright, we'll use this light shaded spruce to give our kitty green eyes. Oh, we might as well give this dog a green eye as well. Alright, now I'm going to bring in crumb cake for this kitty. This crumb cake is almost done as well. My blends are well loved. ink for inside his ears, or her ears. And that's basically it. So I'm going to take my 2.5 inch punch. To layer this guy on. And that guy's going to go on here. And I will do a 2.5 inch punch here. Got a little fuzzy edge there. Okay, now for some greetings. I'm going to just take all 3 of these greetings and we're going to get Stampin. Bring back my Stamparatus. And I'm going to use the other side of my plate. Let's get these lined up here. Get a magnet on. Sorry about popping my head in here. Saw that beautiful move, did you? My magnets are now stuck together. Okay, take these off quickly. There we go. And I'm going to bring the Memento black ink back in. This should be good. All right. Ooh, nice and dark. Where's my cloth? Okay. So to bring in an ancient 1.25 inch punch to punch out that enjoy. And then I'm just going to get my little mini paper trimmer. Just gonna chop these as we see fit. Maybe a little smudge off this end, and actually that's pretty far from the bottom, so better. There we go. We have some greetings. Now, I'm going to take this piece of real red and find a 1.5 inch circle punch. And that is going to become the mat for this one. And then this piece I am going to glue on here. And I'm just going to give a little tiny margin. I'm just going to do this with my scissors. When I'm doing this, I like to have long bladed scissors. And then this one, no, I think we need some black for this one. I'm digging in my scrap bin again, trying to find a little piece of black. There we go. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to glue this down. Actually, I just changed my mind. I'm going to do something different. I'm going to try and cut this the same size as that. And I think that was 3 inches. Yes, it was. 3 inches. Looks crooked to me. No, it's the greeting that's crooked, not the cardstock. So let's see if I can peel this off without wrecking it. Yes, I can. Okay. I'm gonna make that a little skinnier too. Let's see. Okay. Now we're going to glue this side down. Like so. And then we will glue this in the middle. And then we'll glue this little guy onto the circle. And we'll grab some dimensionals. We'll pop this up on the back of our card, or on the back of our focal image. right, so that one's done. Now this guy. We're going to do the same thing here. We're going to put the greeting there. Grab a dimensional. And that's going to go right down here. Same thing with our focal image. And we'll once again grab some dimensionals. Just using the old bones around the outside. I don't throw those out. Some people do, but I don't understand why. And then we will put our cat there. And finally we have this guy. I'm going to try something with this guy. I used to do this a long time ago. They called it walking the line. Basically what you're doing is you're just taking your ink or your cardstock and you're rolling the edge on your ink pad. Please don't get it all over your fingers. And you see what that does? That just makes the edge pop a bit. So now, while that's drying, I'm going to flip them over. And we'll put some dimensionals on the back of him. And then we'll pop him down. And you see the definition that gives without having to mat it. And now I need some more dimensionals for my greeting piece. Alright, let's get some of this stuff out of the way. Actually, I know what I'll do. Just flip this over so it's all shiny and white. And there's our 3 cards. Hope your day is a real treat. Enjoy, and always in your heart, so sorry for your loss. Now you can embellish those up as you see fit. And as promised, I am going to bring in the other cards that I made. This one here, I actually used the crystal effects on the apple to make it shiny, so you have to let that dry a little bit. That's just a card for a teacher. Then a little card, massive thank you. And as you can see, I matted this one out a little differently. And then this one here was just the thank you card. So as you can see, you can use this layout with the DSP and change it up with any stamp set. Like I said, I really blinged this one up. I added some embellishments on this one. You can decorate them up as you see fit. So that's your cards for Shel's Mystery Case number 1. Remember to send me your cards so that I can share them with others on Friday. So you've got all week to make your cards and send them in to me. I hope you enjoyed this. Leave a comment. Let me know. Thanks so much for joining me. Bye-bye for now.